Gardens, Rima, and Tivoli Gardens. The gunfire was sustained, with many having to seek cover. We were shown shots of 5 bodies which were lying on Bond Street, Spanish Town Road, and Charles Street. 2 members of the security forces, Lance Corporal Kevin Lawrence of the Jamaica Defence Force and Police Corporal Mark Henry, who was traveling next to Superintendent Renato Adams, were fatally shot.
I saw men from Tivoli go to the police vehicle, park before the Tivoli court, and throw a bomb inside. The vehicle exploded and caught fire. I am aware that about 8 gunmen have been shot. Some have been killed, but what I've been observing, people have been taking them up along with their guns in handcarts and going towards Tivoli.
Superintendent Adams says he was pinned down and unable to move. Mr. Siaga says this was not so, as he even offered Superintendent Adams safe passage out of the area.
I told him that I would flatly reject that offer, because I could not have left the government vehicle nor my men behind me. And I think it was a ploy to lead us into more danger, because every moment he was with us, they started firing, and he himself had to leave.
Several rockets were launched at the Coronation Market Command Post. Dynamite was also thrown at the post. Shots were fired at the Joint Police Military Team from M16s, AK-47s, Mini-14s and 9mm pistols. The police in turn responded with their artillery, including a Barrett M82.
Females, pull them away! Guard behind you, build them! Build them! I will clear a few down there! So like AK.
Dynamite was also thrown into the Denham Town Police Station, which was under siege from men firing from the Maypen Cemetery and from Denham Town. According to Mr. Siaga, the gun battle now taking place appears to be a precursor to an even more sinister plot.
We are told by police officers who have called in to say that there is a bigger plan and that they have been told to stand by because they're going to intend to amass police and come in here to, as they say, smash down Tivoli Gardens.
The plot appears to thicken with reports of a death threat being issued against Mr. Siaga.
Okay, let me just state that I'm not being a mouthpiece for anyone, PNP or JLP, but I was told by a policeman that he overheard on the police radio at about 11:20 a.m. A transmittal which indicated or which stated that Mr. Siaga's bodyguards are to be disarmed and that they should kill Eddie Siaga. That is what he told me. He told me. I cannot confirm.
That was not said by anybody in my immediate area. That was not our intention. We were not here to kill anybody. We were here to search, to find guns and ammunition.
Rumors have it that there have been death threats issued against you.
Well, I've been told that the police say they're coming in here to kill me. But I'll be here. I'll be waiting.
Mr. Siaga says a solution to the problem can be arrived at.
The solution is to have a police force that is professionally run by professional leadership, that will not do what Adams is allowed to do.
I will not recommend a solution, no, but what I can say, Jamaica will pay dearly, dearly for this.
As Saturday morning, a regular market day at the Coronation Market was disrupted as the sounds of gunfire echoed in the warring communities of Western Kingston. In a desperate scramble to save their lives, vendors loaded trucks and handcarts and shoppers forgot their purchases and left the market, their retreat hastened by the sharp staccato of gunfire.
I take the people them load. I mean not even know when me I go take money to pay them. Because a pure war, I mean don't know when me I go take when me I go get money to go pay the people them.
They couldn't have to tell one next time. We're going to people them, what $1,000 we spend come here, what do you know?
We have to run. We can't go for the bank for picking if we get feet. The school just lock up. We have to get radiation and everything. You bad.
The latest round of violence would seem to negate an earlier promise by the police high command that the area would have been brought under control within 48 hours. But was such a promise made?
I know that we have tapes from another angle, which when the right time comes, we will be showing to the people of Jamaica. This is no make-believe situation. A policeman was fatally shot, a soldier was fatally shot, another soldier was shot and injured, and at least 4 policemen have been shot and injured. This is no make-believe. Policemen at one time were pinned down from every direction in and around Tivoli Court. And I mean, the helicopter spotted people with high-powered weapons. At one time, Mr. Adams and his team could not move because there were people behind the wall with high-powered weapons who were firing through holes in the wall.
In expressing condolences to the victims of this morning's violence, the police commissioner urged all law-abiding citizens to support the police.
We really can't live like this. You know, the decent citizens in Jamaica must make a stand, and they must make a stand with the police. You know, we are the last line between them and the criminal elements that are on display today.
Shaky pictures, but a powerful image illustrating the breakdown in law and order in West Kingston. Even in the face of what can be described as a national tragedy, many in the nation perhaps had a collective sense of déjà vu. Yet again, the West exploded in an orgy of sustained gunfire and violence, leaving several persons, including a policeman and a soldier, dead. Yet the charges and countercharges flew in the wind throughout the day, revealing deep-seated mistrust, anger, and frustration.
There was a barrage of shots going on. When I say a barrage, I meant hundreds of shots being fired. So I sent down to the corner to look around into the square to see what are they shooting at. Well, everybody else then came back and told me nothing. They're just firing the shots. Well, we're accustomed to that sort of strategy by them, so I said, well, they're probably doing something to frighten away anybody who may come into the area and they want to leave. They stayed there till 9:15. They didn't leave until they ran out of ammunition. And you should have heard the barrage of shots.
He alleges that several buildings were full of bullet holes and pointed to these spent rounds, over 180, as evidence. Mr. Siaga charged that it was all part of a
raid on Anatown. There's been no raid on Rima. There's been no raid on Arnett Garden. There have been 2 raids on this area twice within the last 3 days. 2 evenings ago they were in here. Adams had to admit that he didn't find, in his words, a pin. But they're back here 2 days later. So the intention is very obvious to me, that they are here to terrorize the people. They are here to create a situation which will allow them to come storming into the area, as happened in May 7th, May 9th of 1997, in order to be able to create a situation that they can say that they were besieged and under heavy gunfire.
Most simultaneously, I started hearing gunshots being fired from every direction, more so from Tivoli Courts. Okay, my men, we were on the Spanish Town Road, in the vicinity of the Tivoli Courts. When the shots started coming from Tivoli, we took cover. Some of the policemen drove in an easterly direction. A corporal was immediately shot and killed by gunmen whom we saw firing from the high-rise building in Tivoli.
Meanwhile, the police and soldiers were forced to move to the command post at the front of the Coronation Market. There, they came under heavy gunfire from several directions. It's believed that one of the snipers firing at the police was killed. Policemen lining up a gunman in the crosshairs, others reload their weapons in the lull.
We're here at the command post. The policemen and soldiers have been coming under sustained gunfire throughout the afternoon and before that into the morning. There are nearly rounds and rounds of heavy gunfire being fired from both sides from all around the area surrounding this command post.
Meanwhile, Senior Superintendent Adams told CVM News that today's violent flare-up will severely damage the nation.
Before 11 this morning, when Maddens began receiving the first of 14 corpses our news team counted from the weekend's violence going into its parlor, some of which were in an advanced state of decomposition. Under the watchful eye of the military and a detachment from the Mobile Reserve, mindful of the sporadic gunfire in the area, they were placed wherever space could be found. The police painted a grim picture of the situation across Sunset